Hey, Colleen Wynia of ColleenWynia.com, your Reset Your Vibe Success Coach, bringing you some very special, cool insight to spirit signs from Mexico in the Mayan Riviera. I am down here on a week vacay to reset my vibe so I can be there for all of you. And guess what happened? Of course, another spirit sign letting us know, so I can share with you, there are endless ways that our loved ones who have transitioned, have passed over, want to connect with us. So let me share this with you. This week has been a very busy week, and this morning, the day after my birthday, was the very first day that I had a chance to actually sleep in. And would you have it that this morning is when the phone rings at the concierge desk, and what do they want to connect with me on? Something about traveling back to the airport. And then there was a second call that only took 48 hours to follow up to see how my internet was doing. So I woke up twice in the morning, and that second time I woke up, I reached for the telephone and I unplugged the phone. From the base of the phone, I detached the telephone cord, and I just kind of stuck it to the side, propped it up on the side table so that I could access it when I finally got up, so the phone wouldn't ring. And then, would you have it that I get up later and the day goes on, and then I call room service and let them know that there's something that they need to take care of. They got to bring the waters. Bring me water. And I all of a sudden, I realized from the time that I unplugged the phone to the time that I made the call, I did not plug that phone back in. I did not reattach that cord to the base of the traditional landline here in the hotel room. It dawned on me, and I was like, oh my gosh. So yes, Rob is my cousin. He just brought to me another multiple experience of letting me know that he is around. Some of the things that I show people and have been wanting to tell you is that my cousin, as an example for your family members to look out, they have been, my voice is, I've still got to share this message. My voice has been talking to beautiful, incredible people I've met from all around the world. But here's the thing to look for. You match up the thing that's happening with the personality of the person. And when you question in your mind, you've had this kind of thing happened, and it's kind of bewildering, it's almost paranormal, and then you have a download or a thought. I wonder if it's this particular loved one. I get this all the time from my clients and friends and people that I meet ongoingly, where they go, I wonder if this is my loved one trying to connect with me. How do I know? And they say, I think it's Mary. I think it's Grandma Jean. And it's like, if you think that, if you get that, if that was your first hit, that's how you do it. So my cousin chooses very commonly to connect with me. He has been for over 20 years by using electricity. Things kind of like moving objects. Yes, for him, electricity is really, really big. But I've noticed with this man that my cousin, we were the same age when he passed away, and he just celebrated his 50th birthday in December, as I celebrated mine in January yesterday. And working up towards the time of his real biological birthday on December 20th, my cousin first appeared to me in a dream, and it was not super long, but it was a very vivid sensation, as if he was totally alive. This wasn't a dream. We were on a cruise ship together. We were heading out. We were going to celebrate our birthdays, because we always said we would grow old together and we would tell our grandchildren the crazy stories of what we did. So he shows up in the dream. That was part one. And then the next time he showed up was I've got this in the right order. The second time was when my pillowcase cover in my bedroom had been moved. Now this was a duo whammy. I spoke about this on a previous video. And what that is I had just made the bed, okay? It was a Saturday, and I'd made the bed, and then I went out for the evening. And I smoothed it out, you know, it was all ready to be comfy and to curl up. And when I got home, and would you have it that I go pull, you know, the cover down, and the pillow that's exposed, my special curved pillow, had its pillowcase cover like as if there was a head formed, like as if a head was laying down and rustled up the material. It was like a perfect kind of like moon shape that a head could sit in. You know, it was just like, whoa, I just made the bed, right? So you guys, this is one of the ways you know what you did. You know if there was generally anybody that had come into contact from the time that this thing you did, which was like I made the bed, to the time I actually went to sleep, there was a change, right? So that was my cousin Rob's second way of connecting with me, leading up to December 20th. Then around the weekend of December 20th, I work with a client. And this is where it gets really crazy, because we are all quantum beings and we all have an innate ability, an intuitive ability. Some of us have developed this tapped in, tuned in ability to hook up with our loved ones through practice, through experience, over and over again, like myself. I didn't notice this stuff when I was a really little girl, but it developed over time as I lost more loved ones. So you pay attention to the repeated patterns that are happening. So when my cousin started to interrelate with a private consultation session, transformational healing, coaching, and body work release, with a client of mine, a brand new client. She found me online, she booked her session, she told me she's actually quite intuitive, and if something comes up, would I give her permission to express? Well, of course, because that is the work I do. It's about expression to reset your vibe. So we're in the session, you know, it's private, of course, so I keep that to myself right now. But what I can tell you is she hit a point in our session where she said, I feel, you know, your cousin, or I feel someone, I think she said, I feel someone that reminds me of XYZ. And I correlated what she said at the time to my cousin. And then she proceeded to say, you know, I feel him here with you as well. I said, yes, I do too. And she said, did your cousin used to nestle up, you know, like to yourself or to others, and you kind of like put his arms around you and sometimes nestle his head? And I mean, he was an amazing man, but he was also a very cuddly human being and playful. And I said, oh my gosh, yes, he was like that. And I completely had forgotten that particular piece about him. So that was Rob showing up around the time of his birthday, part 3. Later that afternoon, after the session is completed, it's later in the day, and I have an aunt. Rob and I have an aunt. And I can remember, because this was December 15th. My aunt's birthday was on the 14th. And I had a window to speak more with her. So what I did was I had intended to call my aunt and, you know, wish her a happy birthday, and really just be able to talk with her and connect with her. And so I go to pick up my cell phone where I was making the call, and I had just put the phone down, right? It was all working. Everything was working on that phone. And then when I went to go make the outbound call to my Auntie Joyce, which was also the aunt of Rob, all of a sudden the phone had the craziest high-pitch, piercing, weird sound I'd never heard before. And you couldn't dial out. Kind of like years back when we were little kids and there was a television and cable. Anyone know what cable is? And if cable blanked out, something went wrong with the television stations, you'd get the static going across the screen. Well, it's kind of like the static times 20. It was really piercing and very, you know, you can almost call it paranormal, because I had never ever heard it before. And the nuts and bolts of this particular experience was I kept hanging up the phone. And first I thought, oh, my headphones are plugged in. Maybe there's an interference and it's just not catching because headphones are in. And I've seen that before, sometimes even with the battery in the wall. And I removed the headphones, tried a manual call, still didn't work. So then I tried about 2 or 3 more times. And then what happened is, just when it came to me, I'm like, oh no, my phone is broken. I need to go to the cellular company. And there happened to be a store down the road. So I looked at, well, I don't wear a clock, but I looked at the time. And, oh, that's my wrist from the resort. So I look at the time and I see there's about 40 minutes before the cellular company store would have actually closed if I needed to replace my phone. So I just go, oh no, I guess I need to go get a new phone. And I thought, well, I'll just, try the call one more time outbound. And all of a sudden the phone was normal. So it was like, oh my freaking Rob, like this is my cousin. He was like my brother, right? So again, I knew to match him up, you guys, because his personality was not only electric, so he connects with me, a lot more through electricity, lights, and radio station, old clock radios changed form, many music, songs we connect with, all things that are electrical in basis. And so I was like, oh my frickin', right? So that was a really big one for him. And then, oh my gosh, there was another one. There was a third one in that day, and I can't for the life of me remember what it is in the second. So I'll add that into the next call. But these are the kinds of things that when they're synchronistic experiences, and especially back to back, and they really, you get a gut feeling, like an all-knowing, especially when you've been doubting. These can change your life. These experiences of feeling more bonded and connected with our loved ones, as you will know, is when you feel them with you. This is one of the most brilliant, most brilliant ways to transform grief and loss. Because as normally you would experience loss as it's over, and it feels pretty awful when things are over. You can't ever connect with them. You can't ever speak with that loved one that died. And that is tragic. It is very difficult. And I'm not here to change your beliefs. I'm just here to connect with those of you who have these kinds of experiences, who are perhaps doubting, and or who would like to expand more in that arena and learn how this awareness not only can help you in your life and in your current relationships and in your business. Because when we feel better, how we feel is everything. So if you've studied the teachers and the educators for many years, some very successful people, even Tony Robbins, okay? They've talked about teaching from the mindset, and mindset does fuel emotion, right? So what you put into your mind fuels your emotion. But what I've learned is this is the most important part. It's not just mindset, because you could have the greatest mindset and practice it every day, but not flip that switch. And the intention of mindset realignment is that you will flip that switch. And so if it comes to you in that way, great. But if you're like me, who's a sensitive, tapped in, working only with willpower, attempting to make changes to your health and your weight, opening up to new information and just training, and opening up to being able to very easily and almost effortlessly attract in more of what you want. This takes an ability to clear the heart and to dissolve cellular belief systems. So this is what I do. This is what I teach people. And those of you who are in the Lower Mainland, I've worked one-to-one with people for over 16 years. And if you're looking to make a change, a deep-rooted habitual change that's kept you small, that's kept you in pain, that's kept you in the darkness, that's kept you from manifesting the relationship that you want, or waking up every day and actually, you know, valuing your life here, or you just want to take yourself to the next level, I work with very conscious-minded entrepreneurs and individuals who take full 1000% responsibility and accountability for recognizing that they are the creation of their lives. And we work together. If you are at a distance to me, which most of you are, this is where we're grateful for online communication, and we can Skype and Zoom together, and even more simple, we can jump on the phone together. So allow me to teach you the additional ways of connecting with your loved ones for the purpose of expanding in your life, so you can create, you know, reset your vibe on how you feel, so you can attract more vibrant health, love, money, and magic. Because these is the whole 5-star approach that I work with for you, where energy is at the center. It's like energy, your energy and how you feel is your hub, okay? H-U-B, it's your hub. And all your creations, all the beautiful things that come in like the 5-star approach, they are tapped and they grow and problems dissolve by changing how you feel. So I'm your Reset Your Vibe Success Coach, and I would love to work with you. I would love to help your family members, and I would love to show you that you absolutely have the power, 1000% responsibility to change your life. It just makes it more powerful when you work with somebody who can teach you the ways. So setting you up for success in 2019, I'd love to know you. I would like to invite you to share this video, like it, send it in a messenger to somebody, you know, YouTube it across. Let people know that they're not making this stuff up. And when you fuel your body and your mind equally, you are going to succeed in ways you can't even imagine. And it is my joy to be in service to you and to show you the ways of living in optimal health and in optimal emotional well-being, and to flip the switch and get back en route. And I love to show you how I do prevention with health. You guys rock. Thanks for listening, and love my voice, because this is what happens. It's like a concert voice, but I felt that this was really, really important to put it out there now, so you didn't wait. No, I'm not sick. You know, I've just been talking up a storm on my trip here down in the Mayan Riviera. Much love, and make an amazing week. Share, like, you know, smash the like button, and let others know that they're not alone, and there's a way to reset their vibe. All right, guys. Much love from Colleen Wynia to you. ColleenWynia.com. Bye-bye for now, guys. Mwah.